Welcome back to one of the Bears Front Plays YouTube channel. Today is Tuesday, November 26th, and I'm back breaking down some NBA plays for Tuesday night. We have a smaller slate of games. I don't care. I'm taking two plays. We have the Rockets going up against the T-Wolves. Then we have the Bucks going up against the Heat. Couple player props as well. Breaking down 4 plays in total. Let's take a look at the plays for Monday. We got screwed. Kyrie Irving. 4 points in the first half, something like that. Maybe 10 points in the first half. Might have been an exaggeration, but he was horrible. 3 of 13 from the field to start. I think he was 4 of 17 at one point from the field. Got hot in the fourth quarter. Scored 32 points. Did cash the over for us, so thank you, Kyrie Irving, for coming through. Patience and Pels. We needed 50-something points, 52 points in the fourth quarter. Nobody scored in the fourth quarter. That one ended on 224, so that one did lose. The Knicks, they did not miss. I still think it is 5:40 in the morning. I still don't think they've missed a shot going up against the Nuggets. At one point, they were shooting 70% from the field pretty late in the second quarter. I think OG, Towns, and Jalen Brunson all shot above 60% in the first half. They couldn't miss a 3. They couldn't miss a 2. They were playing defense. The Nuggets looked absolutely miserable in that game. And they scored, I think Russell Westbrook scored 30? 30 in the game. You tell me Russell Westbrook scores 30 coming off the bench, I say the Nuggets win by 20-plus points, but they lost by 20-plus points. So that one did lose. Nikola Jokic did not play the fourth quarter. Had 7, 7, and 23. Still had a pretty good game, but he only played 12 minutes in the first quarter. I think he played 5 in the second quarter, then 12 in the third, maybe 10 in the third. So he probably only played like 26 minutes. So if he would have got his fourth quarter, probably would have went over. But it's a 1-3 day. Pelicans game sucked. Nuggets game sucked. But yeah, 1-3 day. Not great. Not great at all. We got to bounce back. We got to try to get some bread on the plate before Thanksgiving. I know we have rolls on Thanksgiving, but we need to get some bread on this Tuesday afternoon. Let's take a look at the games. We have the Timberwolves going up against the Rockets. I still think the T-Wolves are just a little bit off to start the season. They haven't really been playing good basketball. They've been losing to some really bad teams. They did give the Boston Celtics a fight in the last game, but the Celtics, they were winning that game by 20-plus points. They also were winning that game by 10-plus points late in the fourth quarter. So I do think the T-Wolves are having a little bit of troubles with the team chemistry. They're not making a ton of shots. I think the Rockets might be one of the better teams in the NBA. They have been getting better and better each game. They did have to rebuild. They've got some young players that are shooting the ball very well this season. And the most important part about the Rockets is that they're playing defense. Teams have to play defense to win games. Fred VanVleet has actually been a little bit of a liability out there. He tends to shoot the ball a few too many times, and sometimes that's okay. But sometimes he just can't make a shot. But he does play defense, and I love his passion. He got ejected the other night, telling a ref multiple things, and I'm not going to repeat on here. But he hasn't had a very good stretch of games over the last 2, and the Rockets have still found a way to be competitive. That's a good sign of a good team. I do think the Rockets are all over the floor, great at defense. They've got good shooters, including Jalen Green. He took a big step forward this season so far. On paper, you might look at these teams and say, well, the T-Wolves look better overall as a team because of the names. The Rockets are playing the better basketball. I'm going to take them plus 3.5. I really think they can win this game outright. But in the NBA, if you're offered points, you better take them. So I'm going to take the plus 3.5 as the first play of the day. For the second play of the day, we're going to be looking at the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Miami Heat. I said a lot of negative things about the Bucks to start the season, including that they couldn't play defense, including that they couldn't score, including that they had no rhythm or team chemistry, but they had actually started to turn their season around. They have been playing some pretty good basketball over the last 6 or 7 games. They have also been winning these games, and they've been winning close games instead of losing them. They've also been able to close out in some of these games over the last 10. They now have been able to win 7 of the last 8. I do think this is going to be the game that they show everybody that they are the real Milwaukee Bucks once again. The Miami Heat, they are a pretty good team. They play great defense. They're pretty efficient offensively. Jimmy Butler's been playing a little bit better over the last couple of games. They have Tyler Hero. They have Bam Adebayo. They have Terry Rozier, who's hurt, but they've got a lot of players that can cause problems. This is a game that the Bucks can show that they're for real. If they beat the Miami Heat here on the road, I will start to believe the Bucks are a good team once again. I will be taking the Milwaukee Bucks on the money line as the play. They have been able to win 6 of the last 7 that they've been in. They've been scoring a lot of points over the last 6-game stretch, and they've been playing better defensively. Giannis has been an absolute force down low, and the bench players, they're starting to play more, and they're starting to play better. Bobby Portis has had a couple big nights scoring in a row. Brook Lopez has stepped up his game. I like the way the Bucks have been playing as a team. I'm going to take them on the money line as the final game pick of the day. Let's go to the player props. We're going to be looking at the Utah Jazz going up against the San Antonio Spurs. I'm going to go back to Lauri Markkanen. He did well for us a couple nights ago. I think he's going to do well for us once again going up against the Spurs. I'm going to take his over 3.5 made threes as the play. I am really hoping this doesn't come out at over 4.5. If it does come out at over 4.5, I'm going to switch over to his 22.5 points or 23.5 points. We've seen this matchup a couple times already. The Utah Jazz have played the Spurs twice. They have split in those two games, but the one thing that stays consistent is that the San Antonio Spurs continue to play good defense on the inside, and they can defend outside pretty decently as well. I do think we're going to see Lauri take a lot of threes in this game because we've already seen it twice going up against the Spurs. In the last game, he took 10 3-point attempts. First game, he took 7 3-point attempts. He was able to make 6 in both of those games combined, but it's very clear that he really doesn't want to be down low banging around with Victor. And I know Victor doesn't really bang around, but he's 7'4", and he's got the wingspan of a literal car. He's been playing a lot better over the last several games. I'd say over the last 5 or 6 games for Lauri, he's gone for 25-plus points in 4 of those 5, and it does feel like he's starting to shoot with some confidence. In the first game going up against the Spurs, it was only his second game back from injury. He only shot the ball 15 times, did score 20 points, but he's been playing a lot better than that stretch of games earlier this season. He didn't disappoint going up against the Knicks, like I said. 35 points. He shot nearly 80% from the field in that game, making 5 3-pointers. I think he's going to do some damage against the Spurs. I'm going to take his over 3.5 made threes. If it comes out higher than that, give me the over total points. And for the final player prop of the day, another familiar face. We've taken him one time. I'm going to go back to him again. Zach LaVine, over his total points, 23.5 or 24.5 as the play. Zach LaVine was dealing with some injuries early in the season. He was dealing with some poor shooting early in the season as well. Just like Lauri Markkanen, he's been turning himself around over the last couple games. He's been going off in 4 consecutive games, scoring 25-plus points, and the Chicago Bulls are giving him his normal minutes once again. He's playing around 34 minutes per game. Not only are his minutes up and his points are up, but his shot production's also up. The volume of shots he's been taking, it has jumped up quite a bit since the middle of November. He was taking about 15 shots per game, but over the last 4 consecutive games, he shot no less than 18 in 3 of those 4. He's also been excellent from deep over the last 4 games, shooting above 50% in every single one of those games, making at least 3 threes in every single one of those games. So this is obviously a matchup that he can dominate. He's going to be going up against the Wizards, who really haven't been playing defense the entire season, but they are no longer the worst defense in the NBA. They are 29th. I will have to go look and see who the worst defense is in the NBA because they've got some explaining to do. Let's see. It's the Bulls. That's kind of funny. Worst defense in the NBA is the Chicago Bulls. Very fitting. We have both of these teams playing 30th and the 29th worst defenses in the NBA. Let's add the over. Let's add the over to the game card. Over, wow, got to be 235 plus, right? Let's take the over. Both of these teams can't play defense. I'm going to take the over in that game as well. So we're going to have 5 total plays today. Let's take a look at the recap. We're going to be taking the Rockets plus 3.5. Bucks on the money line, adding the Wizards and the Bulls over the total points or whatever the hell it comes out at. Lauri Markkanen over 3.5 made threes. Again, if it comes out more than that, give me the over total points. Zach LaVine over 24.5 points as the final play. Guys, this is going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Tuesday, November 26th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.